Alright, so well done for making it this far and welcome to the final video of the course. Today we're going to put that final touch on our shot. Some people would call it done, but we can take it that step further and really just make it a feature quality shot by putting that extra effort in our multiples by drawing over the top and erasing. As I mentioned, I want to get some transparency in the multiples, which I'll show you examples of in feature films after this. But I couldn't do it in Maya because I'm just an animator. I've got no idea how to do it. So I'm going to do it in Photoshop or Krita afterwards, and I'll show you how to do it too. So you don't have to go deep into how to work with textures because I've got no idea how to do that. So the first thing we will look at is examples of smears and what we're going to be trying to achieve. So I'll just turn the sound off here. So firstly, you can see here we have normally there's a way to go to each drawing. Oh yeah, here you go, cool. So you can see here's a multiple here. Here's some nice multiples here. You can see there's this little effect here drawn on afterwards. You can see here they've just cut the leg off just as we've done it and stretched it out. Added some, I don't know if that's the car boot or a smear line, I'm not sure. Here they've added some nice 2D speed lines which we can do to our shot. We'll be doing this a little bit. It gets really cool in here as well, like that look just there. Remember, this is quite an arty show as well, so what works here may not work for us, but you can see here we're leaving the feet behind just here, and then there as well they've just cut the feet off. And here is a cool example of Gwen coming out of the frame with speed lines, so using a smudge there, so we can look at doing something like that. And then we have Sam Webster, who is an amazing animator and mentor at Lupin House, and he's done this incredible shot with Garfield. And in Garfield you can see here there's transparency. This is what I was talking about, getting the transparency on the limbs that we're doing. So it's not always, see here, it's not always 100% just a cut, as you could see in the Spider-Verse one. So that's what we'll be doing. Now, when we worked on Garfield, we actually had a rig that did this for us, that had the transparency, and it was all done for us. So since we don't have that, we have to do it ourselves. And so what I've done is organized everything in Krita. So we have folders like this of each frame that we have multiples with. I'll just turn everything off and we'll start with this one. So we have the main frame, here, this is the multiples, and then we have the actual frame here, and then we have a paint layer here. So all we're going to do is just try and make this cool. So we shall turn on the multiple, zoom in a bit, and the first thing we might do is just shift that around, is just add some transparency on top of the wings. So I'm going to do that by grabbing this brush tool here and pressing E to get the eraser, and then we should be able to erase it like this. We're just on the wrong layer. So here we are. Shrink the brush down and then start off on the side. Maybe we should also just put on symmetry so that it's happening on both sides, although they're not symmetrical. So let's not do that. We'll just come back in just like that, just fade it. See that one? Just do the same thing. That. Same with the eyes here. Maybe not that way, this way. Actually, for the eyes, I think what we might do is do the drawing. So there's no right or wrong here, by the way, guys. I'm just experimenting. Now to select the color, grab the eyedropper. Just get some speed lines, whisk it up. Get black. Get some of the other color in here. Oops. It's kind of like a fake motion blur, right? And we can do the same thing down here. So maybe when you do it, you have more of a reason behind what you're doing. Maybe you've got a super cartoony shot or something, like graphic style, just like that. And if you need to erase, you can just press E, just erase it. So that looks pretty cool. Now let's see if we can do the same thing on the wings. This is where you can really come in, just clean it up. You can even tweak the wing shape a bit just by going a bit more bananas. Don't forget, if you press E, you can always just erase. Like that. Press B again to get the brush, or E again, sorry, to stop the eraser. We can do the same thing on the feet here. So just brush and then just get it, just bring it up. So it's, instead of doing motion blur, this is kind of what we're doing. Here we don't quite have the same color. Might bring some of that back. Yeah, and we don't have to always be on the foot as well. We can do a bit of that as well. So we'll press the eyedropper again, just because this is a different color. Alright, so that looks pretty cool now. So we've got these ones up here. So these ones up here, I wasn't actually a huge fan of. I don't think they work too well, but because they're here, we will have to adjust them. And I think this might call for the eraser. Oops, on the paint layer, so here. That. And then we can come back to the paint layer, switch brushes again. Not sure which brush I was using, unfortunately. Maybe this one. And select this color and just drag it out a bit. I'm also going to use this moment to kind of get a better shape. On here. I'm going to erase as well now this in here, press E to erase. E to erase. Oh, it's on here, so I'm going to swap layers. Just want to get a better shape in here. Control Z, went too crazy. Alright, try again. Or maybe we just hide it with some drawing. Yeah, maybe that's the better shot. Turn on the multiples again. And there we go. So we could call that done. Maybe just one more line up here. Just like that. Cool. And that's nice. So let's see the next one. This one we will do the transparency layer. Oh, that's right. We're just getting this one redone because he accidentally rendered that. Alright, so that looks nicer. And we should have the next. I'll just do the same thing to this one, but I just need to get the new render, which we'll have by the time this video finishes. I'll just have to reload it. Alright, and we can try and do a little smears, some lines. And remember, you can always press E to erase, just to tone it back a bit. Didn't really like that one. That's fine. So that's cool for that one. We just, once we get the new frame, we'll fix that. So let's look at the second one. I don't know, what are these selecting things? Okay, cool. So this one's a fun one. This is the double foot. I think we can do some drawing. Oh, we've got the eraser selected, so just drag that off. I wonder if we can try some smudge sort of stuff. Not too strong. Just shrink down the size of the brush. See, maybe if we want to smudge some of the foot out, give it the illusion of speed. And we can come back to the paint layer and just do some more drawing. We'll see how that looks. We might edit it, we might take it away. But that looks pretty cool, I think. Let's keep going. Close that one down. Cool, so this one just simply a transparency vibe. Just like that. And I think if we are doing the drawing, we might need to make it consistent. So we'll just do a little bit here as well. Just like that. Cool, so we've got another one of those feet. So here, I'll do a little bit of transparency. And then a little bit of the texture. Something like that. That's cool. All right, look at the last one. Okay, cool, so another transparency layer here. So by transparency, I mean we're just erasing, fading into it. And then we'll put a draw layer to do the drawing. Brush on the new layer, just keeping in the motion. I would like to also, unfortunately I don't have all the layers here, but it would be cool to do like some of that for the whole thing, but we won't have the time for that. So this now as well, we want to do transparency. I didn't see at the start, but we have these feathers here. It looks like it's another one that's snuck in here, but that's fine because it's, yeah, it's fine because it's disconnected enough. And we can do the layer here. Oh, we've already got one. So you can see this is it's a small thing to do, but it will definitely, in the long run, add to the appeal of the movement. So the last one should be frame 7. This one. So here we want to add some transparent. While I've got the brush, I might as well do this first. It's hard. It's hard because I need to see. It'd be better if I could see the frame before. It'd be better if I had the animation here, basically, so I could frame by frame and make it work. Because I need to see what the frame before is, but I think we'll just go for it, and hopefully it will. Pardon me. Hopefully it will play out all right. And transparency. Oops. Oh, this one looks like it's snuck through as well. That's fine. I'll do some of the lines on here as well. Like that. And that should be done. Maybe we can add to this. This one doesn't suit what we've done, so we'll come back in here and we should maybe have this follow more of the arc. Maybe we can get a bit more in here. There we are. Alright, so that's that. We just need to get the final frame, so I'll just check if I have that now. Alright, so I've got the new pose. So we have the multiples. We have the old multiples as well. So I'm just going to keep those off, turn the new ones on. And then what we have to do is just do the erase layer. So just come in here and just erase like that. Same with this one. And this one. Too much on that one. Just kind of want to. That sort of thing. And then with these paint layers, I'm just going to actually remove that one, because now we can see this here. We really need to follow that path. So if we click here and come to the paint layer, which is here, we're on it, and we've got the right brush. Do we have the right color? No. Then we want to follow that path there. We had it coming from this side before, which was incorrect. That's fine. Alright, so that should be sweet. Let's send this now to my lighting team, and they'll composite it together, and then we should be able to watch it in all its glory. So I'll see you in the next part.